favorite, excuse me.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Well, I'm curious to see what you're going to do with another home dog here, but I'm going to take Wisconsin. What I saw with them in week one, I know they haven't played in a couple weeks. Graham Mertz is the quarterback that Wisconsin Badgers have dreamed of for the past 100 years. He's going to play. He will execute a terrific game plan. He's accurate, and if there is, we all know the glaring weakness that Michigan has. I don't think they get it fixed, and I'm going to take Wisconsin.
All right, Tom, the Governor Milliken.
Let's go, Tom. He's taking the bat. Oh, no, that is Let's Go. Sorry, you're right.
He's taking Michigan. Wow. Because I think he knew he'd be the only one to take Michigan. Probably is my guess. Michigan's pass defense, as far as yards allowed, as John mentioned, it's not good. In fact, it's ranked 111th in the country. They're 1-4 against the spread. Now, the thing that they have an advantage of is, in some aspects, Wisconsin's going to be rusty. I mean, they haven't played since week one of this ridiculous season. So they, maybe Michigan will be able to jump out in an early lead and change things. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Give me the Badgers.
As broken as Michigan looks, and as bad as they look against their pass defense, I have a feeling that Michigan somehow shows up in these revenge games, something to prove. Nighttime at home. I know there's no fans, but I'm going to take Michigan here in this spot.
Okay. I'd be wrong, but I would love for Michigan to win the game and make things a little more interesting around here. As John said, we need to be uplifted around here by some of our local football teams, including the Spartans and the Wolverines and the Lions, who we'll get to later. Speaking of the Lions, we now switch to the National Football League. And there is another home dog here, the Los Angeles Rams. They are getting a 1.5 points from the Seattle Seahawks. John, what you got?
The Seattle Seahawks, I know that they lost last week in Buffalo, but they still continue to put up points. They still continue to put up yards, and Russell Wilson finds a way. And the Rams' defense is good, don't get me wrong. He's going to be under pressure. He's going to be running around, but he's going to be able to sling it. I'm going to take the Seahawks.
All right. Tom, the Governor Milliken.
Seahawks.
Okay. The Rams are 2-4 against the spread. Russell Wilson, he's not going to throw as many interceptions every single week that he did last week, obviously. But the Rams' defense is really, really good. And I think it's going to be a really close game. Give me the home dog. Give me the Rams. Greg.
I like the Seahawks. My wife likes their lime green uniforms. I love Russell Wilson. But the Seahawks are too dependent on Russ. I'm going to Stone and taking the home dog to the Rams.
All right. We next go to South Florida, where the Dolphins, they are a favorite against the Chargers. It's Tua versus Justin, two of the best three rookie quarterbacks in the National Football
Are
League.
you going to say Justin the Herbert?
No. Miami, 6-1 against the spread in their last 7. 5-1 at home against the spread. You know what? I have a feeling the Dolphins are for real. The Chargers have to fly across the country. Give me the Dolphins to win by at least a field goal. Greg.
Yeah, two of the best rookie quarterbacks. I know Herbert's been doing this for a little bit longer than Tua has by a few
I like that you said that. Two of the best quarterbacks.
I didn't even mean to do that. Thanks for pointing that out, Stoney. Let me go with the points here. I'll take the Chargers with Justin Herbert.
All right, let's go to Gov.
Obviously a lightning strike. He's taking the Chargers. Oh, wait, no, that's the Dolphins.
That's Flipper. They call him Flipper. All right, John, what do you got
I would
here?
be very upset if Gov did not take Tua. He's been all over that, and I think everybody would be as upset if I didn't take Justin Herbert. I'm going to take the Chargers. They have lost on a very last play of the game against the Raiders. They lost late against Denver. Both of those just unbelievably close games. They won against Jacksonville, which everybody seems to do. They took New Orleans into overtime, only lost by 7 to Tampa Bay. This is a team ready to break out. I'm going to take Justin Herbert and the Lightning Bolts.
Okie doke. Let's go now to the big one. The game that everyone is going to be watching. This is the United States of America. The Washington Redskins. Excuse me. The Washington football team. You have to put me in a penalty box for calling them that. At Ford Field against your Detroit Lions. The Lions, a 3.5-point favorite, Greg Holway.
This game about Washington and Detroit, I like to call it WFT versus WTF. I went back and forth on this game so long because I usually take points in the NFL. However, the caveat is if the other team is playing a backup quarterback, which Alex Smith is technically a backup quarterback. But that assumption is based on backup quarterbacks being demonstrably worse than the starter. Is Alex Smith demonstrably worse than Kyle Allen or Dwayne Haskins when he started the year?
No.
I don't think so. In this uncertain spread, I'm going to take Washington.
All right. Tom, the Governor Wilkie.
That's a tackle made by former Detroit Lion DeAndre Levy, so he is going to go with the Lions. No, wait, no, that's a football player. He's going with the Washington.
Because he got Washington.
He's got Washington.
All right. All right, this is a big game here for John Jansen. The battle of his alma maters, basically. The Washington team, who he played for about 9 years, if I'm not mistaken.
10.
10, okay. And the Lions that he played for 1 year with. But he grew up rooting for the Lions. John, who you got here?
Like you said, I'm a little bit torn, but emotions play nothing in this. I really want the Lions to win this game, but I think, and I'm a little teaser here, stay tuned for in another 5 minutes, you're going to find out more reasons why I think, and it has nothing to do with what's happening on the field, why Washington wins this game.
Ooh, wow. All right. The Washington team can't run the ball. The Lions can't stop the run. The Washington club is number 1 in the NFL against the pass as far as yards go. They're number 23 against the run. So that means the Lions should have a lot of DeAndre Swift and Adrian Peterson. That's not going to be enough. It really isn't. I'm sorry. Give me the sentiment. Give me the comeback kid. Hail to the football team! Give me Washington. Oh,
Victory.
if you would have told me before the season that I would have picked the Washington football team against the Lions at Ford Field, I would have said you're crazy.
Yep.
You know what? Maybe I'm crazy. And those are the picks. The 97-1, the ticket.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, there's a closure now 94 westbound at Middle Belt. All lanes are blocked because of the earlier accident in the area. Drivers are being forced off to the westbound 94 service drive. So far, there is a backup from E-Course Road. You can exit westbound E-Course, take that to southbound Merriman, and then rejoin the freeway. Also, 94 eastbound traffic already heavy and slow from after Huron Street to Belleville Road as construction is blocking a couple of lanes through Monday. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Talking football like no one else can, will, or does. Follow all the games you care about with the insight and analysis you trust. Game Day Uncensored starts Sunday at 9 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Sports are back, and that means you need to get down to the BetMGM Sports Lounge inside MGM Grand Detroit. They're ready to take your real money wagers on all the action. You can stop by anytime and place your bets at the live betting window, or you can use one of the easy-to-use self-service kiosks. There's no reason to call Uncle Vito on the east side anymore. You don't have to do anything shady. You can just go down to the BetMGM Sports Lounge and get all your bets in. Whether you live and breathe sports or you're just looking to place a wager on your favorite team, the BetMGM Sports Lounge at MGM Grand Detroit is ready to take your single game bets along with parlays, props, future bets, teasers, and so much more. And let me tell you something, there's no better place to watch a game in Michigan than the BetMGM Sports Lounge. The electricity in a sports book is unmatched. So you can stop by the betting window or the self-service kiosk anytime to get a piece of the action. Get ready to believe in your game again at the BetMGM Sports Lounge inside MGM Grand Detroit. Must be 21 or older.
This Radio.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Hall Financial. Go to DavidHallMortgage.com.
what it takes to beat a division leader such as Tennessee on their own field. And that's exactly what Indianapolis delivered in last night's 34-17 stunner. The Colts' top-ranked defense kept Derrick Henry out of the end zone, and Philip Rivers rebounded from a dreadful performance against Baltimore to out-time of possession and outscore Tennessee. Indy's special teams unit blocked Trevor Daniels' punt for a touchdown, only a minute after scoring on a 4-play drive following a badly shanked Daniel punt. Everything's got to change when you don't play well, said Titans coach Mike Vrabel. Got to coach better, got to play better. Meantime, Frank Reich's Colts have now moved into a first-place tie with the Titans at 6-3. They'll host a rematch in just 2 weeks. Obviously, a huge game. I'm Boomer Esiason.
If I'm not commuting anymore, where do I really want to live?
While you handle life's questions, Merrill Guided Investing helps you manage your portfolio and invest for your next move with the option to work with an advisor at a low cost and minimum. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/investinggoals to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Peer Veteran Smith Incorporated, both a registered broker-dealer and investment advisor, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
Napa know-how. Right now, get a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil and a platinum filter for just $22.98. They're an iconic duo like salt and pepper, a hammer and a nail, or the holidays and awkward hugs. You can't get one without the other. That's Napa full synthetic and a platinum filter for just $22.98. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. General states pricing. Sales price is not included. Applicable state local taxes or recycling fees. Offer ends 12/31/20.
Are you a real estate agent, or have you ever thought about becoming a realtor? Hi, it's Mark Z with eXp. We are now hiring. Most realtors struggle because they don't have enough leads, or they work day and night with no retirement plan. I have a solution that includes company stock, residual income, and a great compensation plan. Come learn from the best. Me, Mark Z, at joinmarkz.com.
Ever wonder just how far an extra mile really goes? Drive a Mercedes-Benz van and find out. Start with a network of over 250 authorized dealerships, backed by a sales force ready to help you with everything from customization and service to financing options. They offer a variety of vans, like the durable Mercedes-Benz Sprinter or versatile Mercedes-Benz Metris, each tailored to match your work or play lifestyle. With options like blind spot assist and active lane keeping assist, plus MBUX voice command technology for directions, weather forecast, comfort control, and more.
The route is being calculated.
So whether you're enjoying life on the trail or working hard on the job, see how far an extra mile can really go by taking the first step into an authorized Mercedes-Benz van dealership for a test drive today. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Some equipment described as optional.
If it matters on game day, it's on Game Day Uncensored. Pat Caputo and Mike Stone preview all the important matchups. Mike Folletti gets you the real story right up to game time. Brought to you by Twin Peaks and BetMGM Sports Lounge. Sundays on 97.1 The Ticket. Listen to 97.1 The Ticket on your smart speaker. Just ask it to play 97.1 The Ticket. Powered by Dell Technologies. Call 877-ASK-DELL.
97.1 The Ticket and CBS Sports Radio 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The Chicago Bears host the Minnesota Vikings. Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 7:30 on 97.1 The Ticket.
In the trenches with John Jensen.
All right, John, it's time to figure out what's happening this weekend with our 2 local college teams and, of course, our professional team. What's going to happen in the trenches this weekend?
Well, I'm going to start with our local professional football team. And today is Friday the 13th, right? And some people do believe that there are forces working. There are others amongst us that might have a hand in what's going on. I'm going to give you a few personal examples of we may not always be in control of our destiny. And I'll give you the first one. I played in the last game of Three Rivers Stadium, and which is the stadium where the Pittsburgh Steelers used to play. In that game, before the game, they're rolling out all of the legends, and they're playing videos, and Franco Harris walks out, Lynn Swan is there, and just seemed to be a force, other than the team that we were playing against, that was working against every effort that we had. And we ended up losing that game.
That must have been pretty cool, by the way. Were you guys on the field for the festivities, or were you?
Oh, absolutely. It was really cool. And maybe we got caught up in the cool factor of what was going on, and that was the distraction. Maybe we just weren't very mentally disciplined. But that was December 16, 2000, 24-3 loss for the Washington Redskins at the time. Fast forward to 2005, and this one is a little bit more of a somber moment. Wellington Mara, one of their owners, passed away. The very next game, the Washington football team traveled up to the Meadowlands to play the New York Giants. And Wellington Mara's granddaughter sang the national anthem, and it was an emotional start to the game. We lost 36-0, and at no point in that game, from kickoff to the final whistle, were we really a part of the game. It was completely dominated, and when you watch the film, there wasn't a whole lot that we did wrong. There seemed to be an extra force at play. So let's fast forward to what's going to happen this Sunday at Ford Field. Alex Smith, who is a really good quarterback, all-pro quarterback at one point, or Pro Bowl quarterback, drafted number 1 overall, struggled to find his footing in San Francisco, finally does it, and then is passed up by another quarterback. Do you remember who that quarterback was?
In San Francisco?
Yes.
Yes, his name was Colin Kaepernick.
Yes. And so Colin Kaepernick leads this team to the Super Bowl. Alex Smith gets traded to the Kansas City Chiefs.
By the way, John, who was the coach of that team?
That would be one Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
3 NFC Championship games in 4 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when you look at his career, he goes to Kansas City and has, again, I think it was 103 touchdown passes to 33 interceptions, has things rolling along, and all of a sudden gets supplanted again by a young rookie named Patrick Mahomes. So he gets traded to the Washington Football Club, where he's having a decent start to his time in Washington, and then suffers an